Hello friends, my name is Jaydon. This week we're talking about binding tips and our experiences with binding. I buy my binders at GC2B. I buy half binders. I have two. One worn down one that doesn't bind well that I usually wear around the house or when I'm doing anything athletic, and then the one that I'm wearing now, which is newer, but I take better care of it. So that's for when I go out or when I want a tighter bind, I guess. My biggest don't, and I think this is everyone's with binding, is that you should never bind with an ace bandage. Before I got my binders, I did that once and had an awful experience, and I will never do it again. It is extremely painful. To me, it's not even worth it, but I can see why other people it would be worth it. With ace bandages, the more you move, the more movement you have, the tighter they get. So it's just extremely dangerous for your ribs and your lungs and all that jazz. Once you are able to obtain an actual binder, which if you can't afford one, there are plenty of places you can get one for cheap or for free. Tumblr does giveaways. I know there's a bunch of websites that give them away for free or really cheap, like used binders. So I'll put some in the description, links to some websites that do that. So once you do get a good binder, you should not wear it for more than 6 to 8 hours a day, because if you do, it can do damage to your lungs and all that. You also should never sleep with a binder on. I've done it before and I've woken up in a lot of pain. I still continue to do it because dysphoria, but you will definitely pay for it when you wake up. Things that can happen if you bind too much or don't bind safely: you can crack a rib, bruise a rib, or break a rib. You can have chest problems, back problems. So it can also complicate top surgery. Well, I heard that online. I don't know how true that is, but it makes sense, so I would assume that it's true. I think the worst part about binding is the summer. So my summertime binding tips, I usually put baby powder in my binder to stop the stickiness from the sweat. It's gross and really uncomfortable, so that usually helps a little. Swimming, I bought a swimsuit binder, and it sucks. The chest part barely binds, and I bought my size, and the part around your stomach is extremely tight, so I can't go down another size to bind my chest, because then my stomach will just be squished and it's uncomfortable and it looks gross. So I just wear my normal binder with a tank top over it to swim. I've only ever gone to like private pools with people I know, so I haven't really experienced going in public with my binder and all that, so I'm trying my best to avoid that, but I'm sure it'll have to happen eventually. Just bind safely. I know it's hard, and I know there's a lot of temptation to wear ace bandages if you can't get a binder, or just bind all the time because of dysphoria, but just think about how it will complicate top surgery, and hopefully that will make you feel a little better. So bind safely, and I guess I'll see you next week.